Hey, Shalom Israel. We the ISUPK. We started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm priest and officer of 1,000, Sharat Zahalak, man. Got a couple brothers with me. I got Officer Tamayan with me, Maasha Allah, and 5,000 Taza'ad. As you can see, Christianity is white supremacy. All right. Christianity is white supremacy. That's the topic of the class. And you know what I mean? Christianity got us jammed up in 2026, man. A lot of us we still going to that Christian church. We still believe in the Martin Luther King's dream, and that's what got us jammed up out here. Hey, Shalom. What's going on, Mashallah?
Hey, Shalom,
What's
going on?
To man. You want the class, sir?
Yeah, I mean, no, we was going in on the Christianity. I mean, we was breaking down how the Jehovah Witness. Were you going into that?
Nah, I ain't going to Jehovah Witness yet.
Oh, where you was at with it?
Just saying how we jammed up going to the church, going to that Christian church every Sunday. You know what I mean? In 2026. And that's why we being, unalived the way we being unalive, because we brainwashed.
Man, that Christianity, it has taken all the fight out of black people. And you would think it was Christianity was the white version of it was, and I guess we got proof of it, that it was geared to oppress us. It was geared, it was the religion of white Christianity was meant strictly to bring us to our knees. It's talking about Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and nobody else.
All right.
Because you got Christian Africans, and they fighting against the French. They got them up out of Africa. You got throughout history, if you go into the Rashidun Empire with the Arabs, you had Muslim Arabs, but then you also had Christian Arabs that fought on the side of the Romans against their Muslim brothers.
Right.
So what is it? What is this version of Christianity that we have received that every other nation hasn't received? Why are we so docile and against fighting or standing for ourselves?
Right.
It seems like to me this Christianity was tailor-made to destroy us specifically.
Yep.
I'm right. That if I could real quick, I don't want you that teaching that God love everybody is just so detrimental to our people, because we don't even know who to fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know who our enemies are. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I gotta correct you on that. We know who to fight. We fight ourselves.
Yeah.
We ain't got no problem fighting ourselves. And it's all geared on how much you love the white man. That's what the fight is.
That's right.
We give it fancy titles. Poor blacks versus middle class blacks, or Muslim this or Egyptology this and all this. We give it all these fancy titles, but the reality is that we all trapped up under some form of Christianity, and we know that the only people that's acceptable to fight is ourselves.
Right.
That's why blacks openly hate Mexicans.
Yeah.
We'll openly hate the white man.
Man, you're so right about that. You're so right about that.
All right.
Yeah.
Because you even got like, you know, our people think it's supreme to be closer to the white man. You know what I'm saying? To have what he has, that means that you damn near, you know, you accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real heavy, man. Like, we openly hate the Hispanics, man. But when it comes to the white man, it's like, oh, nah, you don't talk like that. Master listening. You don't want Master to hear this. You know what I mean? But we openly hate Hispanics, man. Why? Because Hispanics is our brothers. So it's more easy for you to hate your brother and openly hate your brother. You know what I mean? Like, we have a common enemy. We have a common enemy, man, but we choose to hate ourselves and hate our own kind, man, instead of the enemy. Shalom, Yahabashim Yashabakta. What's going on?
Yeah, Salaki. Yeah, Salaki. The class down on the Facebook of Milwaukee. I was trying to fix it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's on many platforms.
Do you see Milwaukee Facebook?
Yeah, it's up there.
Okay, yeah. What happened to the brothers?
They fell off. I think they got some technical difficulties.
Okay. Yeah, if they come back in, I see them. You have the article?
Let me see. Yeah, them boys. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the live, but it's okay. Yeah, but right. Where you left off at?
No, I was just saying, Taza, I was bringing out how we openly.
I see him slack you.
Oh, there they go.
It's not live on Facebook though. I was seeing you fix it.
You said what? There's a picture of Thumbim in the background. Yeah. Oh, the AI photo.
Can you hear
us? I see you, sir.
Yeah, we live. We should be live, all right?
Yeah,
we live.
Yeah, we live, sir.
Yeah, like we were saying, Christianity is so diabolical. I sit back and I try to imagine back in the 60s, right? When Martin Luther King convinced us that we should get our head beat open for a slice of their pie.
Right.
With the nonviolent movement.
Right.
That was the sit-ins, right? When they used to sit in the restaurants, the all-white establishment, sir, and sit in there trying to get the all-white pie.
They knew they was gonna get beat.
Mm-hmm.
They knew the nature of the white man. And they did it because the leaders of that time, you imagine, man, they really, Martin Luther King, you know, he was a college Negro. So he was able to go into the institutions and see the world and what it really looked like outside of niggerdom. And you gotta imagine that. You gotta imagine that he envied the white man like something you wouldn't believe.
Right.
He envied everything he had down to that white woman. And he set out on a mission because he looked at the condition of black people, and he set out on a mission to get a piece of that American pie that the white man was offering up. And he knew that if it meant you niggas had to get busted upside your head, that's what we gonna do. All the niggas that got their ass beat, did Martin Luther King ever get his ass whooped?
I don't even recall.
I know they put him in jail, but
I know he ain't getting no
I
dog
know he went to jail because he was the frontliner. It's like they knew not to touch him.
Yeah.
Khan.
But the underlings got the ass whooping.
Yep.
Ain't that strange?
God.
Khan, sir, damn right.
And then what's so evil about Christianity is that on one hand they tell us to go get the white man's education, right? Well, I got the white man's education. You know what I learned in the white man's education? To always question what you told. School is to become a thinker, to think outside the box. That's why you learn and you ask questions. It's like Socrates said, answer a question with a question. So that you develop your mind and you open, it becomes an open-ended conversation and where thoughts can develop. Well, I sit back and I think to myself, well, then what's wrong with critiquing the civil rights movement? Black people don't even want you to critique what was done during those movements.
Right.
Let me tell you something. That's anti-intellectual. I very much am going to look into that movement and see the flaws in it. You can't tell me it was all good.
Khan.
That's anti-intellectual.
Khan, sir. Yeah, right.
I got to see what was the good and the bad so that we don't repeat history. Ain't that what history teaches?
Khan.
But that Christianity, it want to keep you in the dark, boy.
Khan, sir.
Want to keep you docile, keep you silent. It wants me to see what I don't see with my own eyes.
Damn.
Right.
Khan.
Yeah.
And hey, that's the basis of it, sir. They want you to see but don't see. You ever seen that the three monkeys, sir? One monkey, it's like
we gotta get that scripture. You know that was out of the Bible.
Yeah, but you know the three monkeys. You got one monkey closing his eyes and one monkey closing his ears. It's a little red knot that people be having inside their houses, sir. I don't know if you ever seen it. It's like three monkeys, one covering their eyes, one closing their ears, and one is closing their mouth. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
What's that scripture though?
You talking about the seers?
Say to the seers, see not.
Right. Sir.
Let's get that. Ain't nobody just talking out their mouth.
I think that's Isaiah 29:10.
Isaiah 29:10.
Or Isaiah 28:10.
But that word is that's a blade out. Boy, it cut the bullshit out, don't it?
Khan,
sir. That's not it. Which one what you say? Isaiah what?
It's either Isaiah 29. I gotta see. I say to the seers. It's like, let me look it up.
You can just throw that in the Google, say to the seers, see not.
That's Isaiah 30.
30, okay. That was out.
Isaiah 30:10. All right, come on. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not. Unto us right things speak, unto us smooth things prophesy deceits.
God damn. Martin Luther King said, don't see this ass whooping.
Right.
No, this ain't degraded. You fighting for your rights. Well, what rights? What rights would we fight for, Thumio? I'm still trying to figure it out.
The right to get beat up, the right to get unalive and don't get no justice.
Thumbyon, they said we was fighting for civil rights.
Khan.
What does that mean? Let's find a definition of civil.
Khan.
All right, I got it right here. All right.
Oh, you got it? I just pulled it up. You get it.
Go ahead, other one.
No, you got it, Warrior.
In the Britannica. Let me see.
I got it right here.
My computer moving a little slow. Go ahead.
I got it.
Civil,
you want me to read it,
civil
sir?
rights. I'm gonna read it.
Khan.
Civil rights. The fundamental rights and freedoms guaranteed to all citizens. So, in essence, we weren't considered citizens, right?
Khan.
But here's what they don't want us to see is that on paper, we weren't considered citizens, and that's why they gave us the 13th Amendment, I believe.
That's right, sir.
13th
Amendment.
But what that amendment could not do is change white people's minds to see us as citizens.
Khan.
So the fight was never for civil rights. Right?
Khan.
That wasn't a fight, because that's not what we was fighting against. We were fighting against being seen as humans in the mind of people that owned us like cattle.
Khan.
How do you fight that?
The truth.
See the pen right there. I don't want to.
Well, you damn sure don't fight it by trying to join with them.
Khan.
Because now you become subject to what they see you as. When you try to prove to them that you are human, if you have a bully, what do they tell you with this bully? If this bully bullies you, what do you got to do to that bully?
You got to stand up to that bully.
Right? You got to stand up for yourself. You got to defend who you are.
Right.
Khan.
You can't plead to the bully that you are a human being. You want to know why? Because that bully gonna bully you more. He sees it as a weakness.
Right.
Yeah.
Khan. Damn right,
That's
sir.
the psychology of it. That's the psychology of it.
Right.
Now, there is an argument in psychology where they say when you're dealing with a serial killer, try to plead to his humanity. Right? A sociopath. Are y'all familiar with the studies?
Khan, sir.
If you have a sociopath, the best thing you could do is try to plead to his humanity to see you as a human being, because the reason he's slaughtering you is because he does not see you as a human being. He sees you as an object. What we cannot do is, one, plead to these people because they are sociopaths.
Right.
They don't see us as people. But Christianity gives the illusion that we can be accepted. And it also teaches us to go die for the idea of loving and being accepted by everybody.
Right.
It says that he gave his only begotten son. That's what Christians believe they should go die for. It's a hypnosis being performed in them churches.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That's why historically, Margaret Sanger and all those alike knew that if they got control over the Christian preachers, that they can control black people.
Okay.
Am I lying?
That's right, sir.
That's what she said, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's out of Margaret Sanger's mouth. If we could control the religious leaders, we can control black people in the narrative.
Damn.
Through religion.
They
were weaponizing. They were weaponizing Christianity, y'all.
Okay. So like I said, if I could, sir.
Yeah.
That was that devil white woman that started the abortion clinics all over America, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Con.
Yeah, so I mean, what is the what's that book? The Minds of Color Folk. What's that book?
Inside the Mind of something.
Inside the Mind of, where they went and they studied our skull.
Scientific racism?
No, that wasn't it. They went and studied our skull structure and our bone structure to justify why we should be enslaved. You understand that it breaks down the psychology of the white man.
Con. Nature knows no color line. It's called Nature Knows No Color Line, right? Something like that. The book you talking about, sir?
I'm not sure.
Con.
See.
You know, we can always get that shit and leave it in the comments though, and the links. It's like for my language. But my point is that not only did they study our bone structure, not only did they study our characteristics and our mannerisms and our behavior, but they developed religions, whole belief systems, and while we were inferior to justify oppressing us.
Con.
Which is what I think we finna go in today.
Con, sir.
You can go ahead and go into it if you want to.
Con, sir. It's about the Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm gonna go into the article, sir. I think Mashallah got it, or Sharatazah, about this man named Charles Tage Russell. He's on the flyer, the founding father of the Jehovah's Witnesses, and he was a straight up cold-hearted racist, white supremacist. And he believed in black people was inferior, and that we shouldn't be treated equally and stuff like that. And we're finna go into it, sir, if I could, in the information that I sent to the two brothers.
All right, so like it, sir. I got one. Which one you want me to start on? You got one where he's talking about the pyramids, and then you got one.
Yeah, the pyramids is the next class. I'm finna get on he was talking about the resurrection. He was saying if black people was to be good, they would become white in the kingdom of heaven, in the resurrection.
Okay, I got you right here. I got the other one.
It
says Charles Tate. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, that's straight up slavery, man. But go ahead.
Come on. It says Charles Taze Russell did make statements that reflected racial ideas common among many white Protestants writers in the late 19th century. Among them was the belief that Black people were under the biblical curse of Ham or curse of Canaan. Today, biblical scholars broadly reject that interpretation because the biblical text does not identify Black people with the curse. And the curse in Genesis is pronounced on Canaan, not on Ham, of all of Ham's descendants.
Yeah, that's the part of the end of the class I was looking for when he was talking about the resurrection. I mean, huh?
I say, okay, count on. I see if I can find it.
Yeah, Shrazza, you have it, Shrazza?
I'm looking at the article right now.
But I'm gonna break that down right there if I could, sir, Officer Taziad. You know, when we go to the church, the first thing they tell Black people, we Gentiles, but we can be grafted in, and they tell you that you are African. You know, I know in my church that's what they told us. We African and we Gentiles. You could be grafted in. You know, and they believe that, you know, Africans are cursed. They believe when they got us from Africa that they did us a favor as well too. They believe they did us a good favor by bringing us to America, freeing us from getting ate up by lions, and, you know, being in a better place, a better environment than Africa, where you was over there starving and y'all were just unaliving each other, selling each other into slavery and stuff like that. You know, when that's garbage. That's straight up BS, man. Black people not African. If you go into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it tells you that we are not the Africans. Negroes are not the Africans. But being in that Christian church,
so in essence, his scholarship, which it defines later on in the article that it was not biblically supported, it went against Zondervan's scholarship, because Zondervan, I believe you was finna say, it said we are not the sons of Ham. It said that Ham was the sons of Africans, not the Negroes. So what scholarship was he reading? If other white scholars knew that we wasn't, matter of fact, in that same book that I'm talking about, where they studied our skulls, they seen that we did not have the same bone structure as Africans. So it was widely known that we weren't Africans.
Yeah, right. And we could we
that
can see that.
You know that that lets you see that it was biased in that religion. In that religion, the context of that religion was to say that Black people are cursed. You got a whole religion basically condoning racism. Otherwise, why the shit in there if it ain't halfway scholarly accepted in any shape or form?
Sir.
If that makes sense, what I'm saying, right?
Sir.
Yeah. What was the contextual argument that he was making? If we look and see in peer-reviewed work that it was not widely accepted that we were African. We have flyers. We got depiction of flyers from during the time of slavery that said Negroes for sale. Didn't say African.
Right. And that's crazy. If I could real quick, I don't want the crazy thing about that thing, because the Negroes call themselves Africans, but Africans have never called themselves niggas or Negroes. Never.
Yeah, hey,
They say we black, but not them black niggas. That's the only time they say nigga.
Right. God. All right.
They say we not them black niggas. That's the only time nigga come out their mouth.
Right.
Sir.
And that's how you know we all the same people. Because when you deal with Levi and Benjamin, and they be trying to act like they not niggas, call them out. Be like, nigga, what? They'll be like,
all right.
Be like, what, nigga?
Right.
Because they know they niggas. You see that?
Sir.
We know we niggas. And we saying that in the colloquial term of the word. Right? We know that we the real Jews, but we're relating. We're speaking. We're doing like Paul say. We're speaking according to who we talking to. You know what I mean? We trying to gain brothers, so we speaking in common understanding of how we identify ourselves.
Right.
But we know we the children of God. And the world gonna know that pretty soon. Just by us breaking this Bible down right now. What we talking about is what was the if I ran into the was it Jehovah's Witness? If I ran into a Jehovah's Witness, all you gotta ask them is, where is your peer-reviewed scholarly work that identified us as the sons of Ham or the sons of Canaan? Because reading the article, go back to the article.
Sir.
Pull it back up real quick.
Read go down the paragraph, not the bullet points.
The curse of Ham.
No. It's important to distinguish this right here.
Okay, it said it's important to distinguish between describing his beliefs and endorsing them. His writings contain ideas about race that are now widely recognized as discriminatory and unsupported by biblical scholarship.
So he had no biblical scholarship behind what he was saying. And damn, it's a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses. What was his scholarship? Where did he use to prove? What archaeology did he prove? What DNA did he use to prove? What scriptures in the Bible did he use to prove that we are the sons of Ham, other than just his beliefs?
Sir.
Damn right.
Because on the other hand, we could trace Esau lineage in the Bible.
Right.
We could show context of the characteristics of the Edomites and how they relate to the Edomites of today. We can go on archaeology and show how the Romans were Edomites. We can go into the Apocrypha and see the connection between the two biblically. You can't go in there and show us. You can go in the Bible and show that we were compared to Africans because of our skin complexion. Right? But descendants of Ham, no. Specifically Canaan, no. Matter of fact, it's widely accepted that Canaan is what? The Sunnis or something like that?
They the South Africans, sir. You talking about Sudan?
Yeah.
Sir.
It's widely accepted that the sons of Canaan are Sudanese people, I believe. I could be wrong.
They down there in South Africa.
Don't say nothing about us.
Yeah, they down there with Elon Musk.
Huh?
I said they down there in South Africa where Elon Musk at, sir. Down there in South Africa.
Just a stinking.
God.
So what are you talking about? What biblical scholarship is your religion based on?
Damn. Yep, no
Yeah, it was meant to, that whole religion was just meant to hate niggas. That's crazy. To develop a hope, but it ties into how they don't have no culture no way.
Con.
They like, fuck it, we ain't got no culture. Might as well have a whole belief system based off of hating Negroes.
Con.
Yeah, right. Sir. You want me to keep going into the article? Or what you want to do?
Yeah, keep going to the information. Inside the information, we got a comment. If I could, I don't know if you see it.
Okay, go ahead.
He posted this comment when Officer Taziab was talking. The brother P. Wells 264. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, he said 7 Day Adventist is white racist too, just like a lot of these other Christian denominations, along with the Catholics. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a devil white woman named Ellen G. White. She started the 7 Day Adventist, and she was extremely racist as well. And yeah, the brother correct. Now with the Catholics, you know, what's his name, sir? I think Cesare Borgia, and his father Pope Rodrigo Borgia, I think Rodriguez or something like that. You know, they came over here. You know, they was in Europe as the Catholics, and they the one that put up white Jesus, right, sir? In Europe.
Yeah.
But that was after the Dark Ages, if I got it right, sir.
Right. I believe so.
Con. Yeah, so P. Wells, you head on. You got any more comments, Mashallah?
I can't see any from here. Officer Sharatazai would have to put him up on the stage. That's the only one I see though. I can't bring any up.
Yeah, that's the only one I see as well. But you can read more into that material.
Okay, come on. I'm gonna go back up.
You still didn't find that part. You still didn't find that part where we're talking about the resurrection, because that's the main part of the class.
Okay, come on. Let me get into it then. It says his expectations of future change. Russell wrote that he believed faithful Black people would ultimately receive the same salvation as everyone else. However, he also suggested that physical racial differences would eventually disappear in the resurrection or kingdom, reflecting assumptions about race that are considered racist today.
Do you see the part about heaven? Do you see the part about heaven? Do you see the part about heaven, the resurrection? That part.
Sir, I don't see that part.
Yeah, he might didn't send it to you.
Maybe let me check the other article.
Check the other one. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and base it all down. When it says that good Black people, if they was good in the resurrection, they will become white. You know, this is like around the time of slavery. So they basically say if you work real hard for your slave master, or you treat white people good, that you will become white when you die and so-called go to heaven, when heaven and hell is on earth. You know?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah, heaven and hell is not when you die and you wake up with flames of fire all around you, and you are under the ground with a damn red demon with a pitchfork and horns. You know, That devil right now is torturing black people, lynching black people from trees right now. You know how many people got hung from trees? You know, around the 4th of July, Juneteenth. Hell, that brother Nolan Wells. You know, he was with his white friends, and these white friends, you might as well say they got away with murder, unaliving that brother, man, all because they were jealous of that brother. They took him way out there to an island in Mississippi called Horn Island, you know, and now nobody knows what happened to this black man. Y'all know what happened, man. All white people too. Come on now, we in hell right now. You man, come on, man. They can just unalive you anytime, at any time, man. And you don't get no justice. But you're worrying about a damn red man under the ground with a pitchfork, and you got a red man above ground tearing your ass. I mean, it's like I want to cuss, but tearing you up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Tearing you the hell up every day, man. I promise you. Every time I cut on my TV in the morning, something happened to a black man, something happened to a Hispanic man, and you hear about white people getting away with it. Don't you know? As soon as they unalive that brother Nolan Wells, those white teenagers' parents went and got them lawyers. That's how you know they got them guilty. I got other stories too, man. People being unalive, black people, black young people being unalive, and it's the devil involved, but they don't want to tell you the whole story. Matter of fact, they close the story and say it was a suicide. That's how they get you to not investigate a story when they're dealing with black people. Oh, it was suicide. We declare it to be suicide. And they'll get a black person to get up there and say, I'm talking about a black police officer, a black sheriff. Hey, we ain't found no foul play. There was a suicide. It's basically telling everybody to leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Right.
Yeah, they can always find some greasy lip chicken bone eating nigga to go ahead and play the part. And what we gotta know is what we bringing out today, like shit like that, like it's all part of the hustle. The hustle go deeper than you think.
Right.
The hustle is deeper than surface level. Niggas looking for they looking for racism on the surface level. Something they could prove.
Right.
This man's whole religion was based off hate for niggas. What does that tell you? You can't find racism. You can't look for racism on the surface level with white people. You have to know that he is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
You have to know it, believe it, and pattern your life after it.
All right.
Because the minute you start thinking anything else, you subject to the game. That's like the equivalent of dealing with a female that you know ain't no good for you. But she do everything you like, man. She's a nasty girl, boy. And you love being around her. But you know that you really can't deal with this woman.
Right.
But you still dealing with her. What is that? Shit, they would call that a fatal attraction, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
We got to look at the white man like he that woman that we can't have.
Right. Damn. Is that why all the brothers are always trying to get a white woman?
Because they ain't supposed to have it. That's the only reason why.
Call that fatal attraction.
Because you he can't have it. Oh, now I got to have it. What you mean, the forbidden fruit?
Mm.
Man, Adam told that bitch, hey, Eve, look, hey, look. We can have everything up in here. Can you imagine that? We have everything up in here.
Mm.
Just don't touch from that tree.
Right.
And then Eve, being Eve, one day, some old sly, some old slick devil pulled up on him. Hey, man, he said, you can't touch that tree. That's what he said.
Go
He said,
come.
nah. You touch that tree, you're going to be full of power.
Mm.
Go come.
Martin Luther King, he believed that there was some power in being able to have a white woman. He never achieved it. So he settled for white prostitutes.
Mm.
He settled for prostitutes who we know you pay to pretend like they want you.
Right.
Mm.
He just wanted to pretend like he could be loved and accepted by them. That's how deep the psychology is.
Go come.
Mm.
And that's your religion. Damn
Okay.
your religion.
Right.
All right. All right, sir.
If you want me to love white people for real, cut me a check. That's what they did with the Japan.
Right.
It's like, man, we need them as a ally.
It's the same with Iran. They just cut Iran a big check.
Man, they cut Iran a check.
They went back to war with them. They went back to war with
Dang.
them.
300 billion.
Yeah. They went back to war.
But that lets you know that they hate us so much. What is the value in you? We don't have to give you nothing. What are you going to do? Yeah, nothing. That's what they saying. Christianity will have you believing that that's not what it is. That's exactly what it is. They're not paying us because they feel like they don't have to. It ain't because they ain't got it. Can't say they ain't got it.
Right.
Go come.
It's because you niggas know you ain't human.
Mm.
And religions like Jehovah's Witness prove it. He was so racist. He basically pulled a Trump.
Mm.
Mm.
He created a whole religion on, like Trump ran a campaign for presidency based off racism.
Yep.
He created a religion based off racism. All he had to say was niggas is cursed. And they was like, oh, I must be Jehovah's Witness.
Go come.
I got to be Jehovah's Witness. This got to be the truth. Oh, niggas ain't shit? Sign me up.
Go come. Damn, sir.
You answered a lifelong question to the white man. If they aren't human, then what is their existence? And how do we move forward? Well, they can become us in the afterlife if they be good niggas.
Hmm.
Well, what was a good nigga? Is that outline?
Right.
Can we read that somewhere, his definition of what a good Negro was? That's what I like to know. What was his definition of a good Negro? If we be good and go to heaven, we can be white. What's his definition of be good?
Okay, sir.
I got to know that.
You have it, mind, Charlotte?
I'm looking it up, and it ain't giving me nothing right off.
Because he ain't have no goddamn basis on what he was talking about. That's my whole point. You ain't gonna find a way. You ain't gonna find a. That lets you know that it was all a hustle.
Right. Damn.
Come.
And really was just based off racism. Racism is so strong, you don't have to have a logical explanation. All you gotta do is say it to make them feel justified for how they was feeling.
Ain't no such thing as a good nigga.
Ain't no such thing as a good nigga.
Right. That's it. It's a banana in the tailpipe. You know what I'm saying? For brothers and for us to fall for. We still living our life trying to be the good nigga to the oppressor.
And that's what's so cold.
Mm-hmm.
You got niggas trying to figure out how to be that good nigga.
Right.
We put away the shiesties, we putting on a quarter zip.
Right.
Come.
IUIC went and got purple quarter zips with fringes on.
Come, sir.
Bro, I seen these niggas with so many quarter zips. I ain't never seen them with quarter zips before. They seen that quarter zip movement, was like, oh, okay, this ain't really.
Jumped on that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Come.
Officer Rogers, he jumped off. We can't play that video.
Don't worry about the video. Yeah, he had to teach that prison class. If I could.
Okay. We won't be able to pull this video up.
Okay, don't sweat the video. Do you have any more articles or anything that he sent you?
No, that was it right there. That one article and the other one was talking about the pyramids.
Man, I'll try to say that to next week. You know, what time it is now? 6:19. Yeah, you go into it. Cause the devil, he tried to say that it was Bible prophecies on the walls of Egypt, and he tried to involve the Bible with the pyramids of Egypt, man. You know, and he also died with a pyramid on top of his grave. The devil, he was really like a pyramid worshiper, if you ask me. You know, he studied more of the pyramid than the Bible itself, and that's why he was so messed up in the head. And the Jehovah's Witness, they had to change over to the Watchtower, you know, magazine and stuff. But when you teach lies, you always had to change up your lie. You always had to tell another lie, because you know a lie is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's all Christian religions. You know, that's why when you see the Christian church right now today, they used to say they was against the Rainbow Coalition, right? Now they support it. They agree with it. Everybody in their congregation is with it. You know, my mom, and my dad, they used to be against it, and they was with the Christian church. Now they got granddaughters and grandsons. You might have a couple of them that's with that community, and they accept it now. You know, they basically accept whatever America pushed down your throat over here in this place. Know what I'm saying? Whatever America says, that's what's going to be practiced on this earth and inside of that Christian church. You know, that's Christianity for you. Christianity always change up the doctrines and their motives, because they're really not. They don't serve God. They don't care nothing about the truth. They're all about feeling good. You know, what makes me feel good, and that's when Officer Taziah was saying, you know, all he had to say was black people got to be good to be white in the kingdom of heaven. And you know, white people ran to that because that sounded good to white people.
Yeah,
That's all it's all about.
that's it.
One thing, if I could, Salakia, one thing they ain't gonna never change about that Christian doctrine though is God love everybody.
Right.
Christians ain't gonna change that in that Christian doctrine. They really, really believe that just because of people like this, Charles Russell, that turn black people on each other, just saying if you can be a good nigga, you can be white. You know what I'm saying? Salakia.
Yeah. Also, too, you remember last week when I was elaborating on how what was that church name? The Methodist Church. How the AME church, the AME churches, which is black churches, right? They separated from the white church. Same thing with Jehovah's Witness. It was a long time ago in the 1900s. If you was black, you couldn't be a Jehovah's Witness, and if they do accept you, and if you do, you had to accept that you was cursed. You had the curse of Ham. You had the curse of, so no matter what, you were still falling or being a subject to white supremacy. That's what you were doing. You're being subjected to white supremacy. And you are still being subjected to white supremacy when you go into them black churches, because all they do is teach you how to serve the white man. One day they taught you how to actually serve God. But you go into that article just a little bit if you want to. And that'd be ending the class. Because Sharatazar had the video. I really need that video, but I knew he had to go teach the class in the prison department. Salaki.
Oh God, you can't share from where you at?
I only got like this one phone.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll be better next week. Salaki.
No, that's all right. Okay. It says Charles Taze Russell taught that the Great Pyramid of Giza was built under God's direction and served as a stone witness that confirmed Bible prophecy.
Wow,
it says he believed God designed it. Russell did not think the Great Pyramid was merely an Egyptian monument. He believed it had been built under divine guidance, possibly by the biblical Melchizedek or another servant of God.
Hey, remember we had a class about the pyramids, mashallah, about how niggas and black and brown people built those pyramids.
Right.
Now they're trying to say God built it, the angels built it, that, or they say the Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki, right? Yeah.
They'll never just say niggas built the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? Even though we built everything over here in America, we built most of everything over here. All the inventions, the cell phone, the airplane, the vehicle you drive. Black people was the founding fathers of it. But they'll tell you that we all we do is eat watermelon. We need to go back to Africa, all kind of stuff,
Right.
But read a little bit more in that article, you know what I mean?
Come on. It says he believed its measurements contained prophecy. Russell interpreted the links of the pyramid passages and chambers as representing years in biblical chronology. By measuring them, he believed he could confirm dates and prophetic events.
Go down to the part where his members, the members of the church, basically separated from his doctrine, and basically just shut after he died, they just terminated everything, And I understand this. The Jehovah's Witness, they the main people that people tended to ignore because they had a lot of ideologies that just sound crazy, man. But Christianity, to me, I don't care what doctrine or what denomination sounds crazy to me. Sounds insane. And it's all white supremacy. All right. Read on.
It says after Russell died in 1916, Joseph Frank Rutherford rejected pyramidology.
Right.
In 1928, the Watchtower organization officially abandoned the teaching, stating that the Great Pyramid was not God's witness and that relying on it was mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna have a part 2 to this. I wish you had the rest of the information, but Sharadazar had the rest. All right. But with that'd be the ending of my class. Mashallah, you still don't see the class on Facebook?
I got to stream it on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm talking about Milwaukee Facebook page.
It was an issue with it trying to stream from there.
Okay, I had to fix that.
Yeah, something was wrong with it. It wouldn't let me add it.
All right. But with that, that's the ending of my class. I'm preaching officer 1,000 Tamayam. I got with my preaching officer 500 Mashallah. And that's the end of my class. ISBK Milwaukee history class. Like, share, and subscribe. Shalom.
Islam is real.